Hi, I'm Freddie Roach, boxing trainer. Today we're going to go through the 3 bags. How to hit the heavy bag, the speed bag, and the double M bag. And it's, again, not a complicated task, of course, but the heavy bag is used for strength. A lot of technique goes to the mitts nowadays, where people use mitts more for technique, and I use the heavy bag for power, for punching power and combinations. And it's still, it's kind of old school, the heavy bag, but it's still a very, very necessary piece of equipment in the boxing gym. And I'm going to have Justin Fortune throwing a few punches on the bag and showing us the technique of hitting a heavy bag. Footwork is vital, again, in balance in hitting a heavy bag. You've got to have your base right about this position here, okay? Now, just stand parallel, step forward with your left foot right there. Get that little balance right there so you can rock back and forth and find your perfect balance point, okay? Now, you don't want to be too square with the heavy bag, so you want to keep that shoulder down. Your left hand about eye level, your right hand right about here in your chin, okay? And we're going to work combinations on the heavy bag, okay? When we use the left jab on this bag, we step in with our front foot and we turn the punch over, our palm is facing the floor. And it comes right back to where it came from. You shoot it out, shoot it back. And the jab is the most important punch in boxing because it'll get you into trouble and get you out of trouble, of course. It'll get your range. And remember, if the jab is short, the right hand will never land. So you got to get your position with your jab, get the jab landing, and then after the jab, you can fire a good straight right hand right down the middle. Again, the punch is over the top, the palm's facing the floor. We're going to pivot off the back foot, hip, shoulder, right through the target. And Justin's going to show me how it's done in the heavy bag. The 1-2. Good. Now you notice Justin firing here. He's stepping in with the left foot with the jab, getting his distance, and he's pivoting off the right foot. Very important to punch off the right foot against the heavy bag. You want to use that full power. And Justin's, you know, he's a strong guy. But he's not punching with just his arm, he's punching with all his body weight. So when he hits somebody, he gets their attention. 1-2. Again. Good. The most important thing on that right hand is that pivot on the back foot. Now from this position, we're going to learn how to throw a left hook behind the right hand. So the jab's here, the right hand's right down the middle, and the left hook is right across the center, right here. Palm facing the floor, elbow up, following through. I see a lot of guys throwing left hook right like this, not coming across with their elbow, and they don't get the follow through. So you have to have that follow through, okay? Because you're punching through your target and not at your target. So it's 1, 2, 3. Left hook here, eye still on target right there. If a good hook misses, the elbow lands. Okay, I'm not saying be a dirty fighter or anything like that, but it's a tendency of a hook is to follow through with the elbow. So 1, 2, 3, right there. Good balance, and Justin's going to again show us how that over.
That one?
Yes. That's it again. Now, if you watch Justin's feet on that combination, you'll see the transfer of weight, which is very important. Again, that's where your punching power comes from your legs, hip, shoulder. Okay, you're hitting with all your body weight. You see that pivot on that left hook? It's very quick, sharp pivot. Turn the punch over. It's a beautiful shot. Again, the left hook to me is the most dangerous punch in boxing because the right hand is a little bit is further away from your chin. So it's a little bit harder to land, but the left hook is right here, right there. So Justin with his hands up there. It's a very short shot, right? You hit a person on the chin like that and lights out. It's over. So Justin, show me again, the 1, 2, 3. Again. Good job. Again. Good. So those are your 3 basic over-the-top punches. The next 2 punches we're going to go over the uppercuts. Okay, a little bit different. And with your punches over, remember your palm is always facing the floor when it comes out when you land. Okay, you get it back right to where it came from. 1, 2, 3, right there. Palm again facing the floor. Turn that hand over. You want to make that twist part of your punch. It's the explosion on the shot. It's quickness. It makes the sharpness of the punch. You just don't want to turn over slowly. It's very quick and sharp, okay? It's a quick movement. And now we're going to work on the uppercuts, Justin. First, we're going to go with the right uppercut, okay?
Just jab uppercut?
Yeah. We can never, in boxing, you never lead with an uppercut because it's too dangerous a shot. It leaves you open for too long a period. So it's got to be either behind the jab, which will get your range, and then you can throw the uppercut behind that, or you can follow the left hook. You can set it up with the left hook and the uppercut. Unlike the punches over, your palm faces the floor. When you throw your uppercuts, your palms turn up, facing you. So the right uppercut's here, and the left uppercut's here. It's right in your shoulders, right here. You set on these shots. A lot of guys I see teach people to pivot in the uppercuts. The uppercuts take you up too high as it is, so you don't want to pivot. You're going to be set on these shots, okay? Because the tendency of the uppercuts bring you up too high. If you pivot, you're going to come up way too high. You want to be set down on those shots. You bend your knees, you fire your shoulder through the body, fire your shoulder. It's all in your hips and your back, right? This motion here, okay? Justin's going to demonstrate it. The correct way to throw an uppercut. Right uppercut. Again. Good job again. Good. Now that's a very good right uppercut, and it's a very good setup shot. The right uppercut to the guy's body or to his chin. Now, Justin, that was a good body shot. Can you give me I want to see you go to the chin this time. Again.
It's hard to throw him back.
Yeah. Good. Now, the right uppercut to the chin, of course, sets up a great left hook. Again, we talk about setting punches up, okay? If the right uppercut lands, it's a perfect shot to land the left hook behind it. You put your head up in the air and then rip it off. And the left hook's a great combination behind that. Right uppercut, left hook, boom, right there. It's a very good combination. And then we're going to work on the left uppercut now. So I want you to go with the right uppercut and the left uppercut behind it. No, I want both uppercuts.
How about I'm sorry.
Yeah. Good. Again. Good. So on the right uppercut, we drop the weight down, we fire the shoulder through. Now the shoulder's already cocked back. On the left uppercut, it's a little more of a setup because the shoulders needs to be drawn back a little bit. So we usually use the left uppercut off the jab, Justin, or off the right uppercut. But
Jab
use it behind the left jab, left uppercut. Good. Again. Now, what happens there is the jab is really a decoy. It's just setting that shot up. So what I'm doing is I'm using the jab here, putting it in Justin's face, right about here. And then when the jab's coming back, I break over to this position here, and hopefully he throws the right hand, and I'll throw the left uppercut. It's a very effective shot, but again, we don't use it from outside. It's usually used after a combination or a setup with the jab, behind a good jab, or after a right uppercut. That's it. Again. Again. Good. Now Justin, very good technique there. One of his best shots, and Justin's was a great heavyweight. A little bit shorter than some, so getting inside and getting close was his fight. So those shots right there will really tear guys up. And those are your 5 basic punches on the heavy bag. How we use them together now is combinations. We vary them. Some punches don't go together, some do. Okay, so you've got to get your balance down and the combinations together. Okay, so you'll work different combinations up and down the bag. You work the head, you work the body. When you're hitting the heavy bag, you always want to have an image of an opponent in front of you when you hit any bag, because you want to make it relevant to a fight. All right, so when you're hitting the heavy bag, you don't land a combination and just stand there after the combination, because you've got to think about your opponent coming back at you. So you need head movement after the combination, okay? And 1, 2, 3, move that head, or 1, 2, 3, step off to the side and just work the bag. Remember, the bag doesn't work you, you work the bag. You stay in control of the bag, okay? When this bag's coming at you, okay, like this, you don't catch it, okay? If I caught a bag like that when I was a kid, my dad kicked my ass, But that's just the way it was. So when this bag's coming at you, you either meet it with a punch, or you step off to the side and get your balance and work on your angles. Okay, so Justin, give us a little bit of a routine on the heavy bag. That's it. So he's working his combinations and he's got good head movement, both going into the combination and coming out of the combination, in and out. That's it. Good job. Work your jab a little bit more, please. That's it. So now if you watch the footwork on this combination, you see the transfer of weight all the time. And the thing is, punching off the correct foot at the right time is again a vital position. When you're throwing the right hand, you're pivoting with your right foot, your left foot is catching you. On the left hook, the weight's back on your right foot, you're pivoting with your left foot right through the target, okay? When you throw your uppercuts, it's in your back, Okay, and of course the jab is a step in if you're going to your opponent. But on the other end, if you're using the jab, if your opponent's kind of stronger than you and backing you up, you back up and use it as a defensive mode. Okay. So, we try a couple more combinations.
Yeah.
All right, double jab right here. Good. Let me see again. Pivot strong. Good. Now the vital part of that right hand is the pivot on the right foot, and if you notice, right through his target. Again, see when he finishes the right hand, his chin's protected by his shoulder. Right there, and he gets that right hand back to his chin like a piston. The only dangerous spot is when you're bringing the hand back. If you bring it back slowly, I'll go on the V in the middle there and catch you. So it goes out like a piston and comes back like a piston. It's very quick. Right there. Good, again. Good, now throw the left hook behind that. Now you see the transfer of weight there on his feet. Okay, he's pivoting with the right hand, then he's dropping the weight back, and he's pivoting on the left foot, catching himself with the right foot. Again, right hand, left hook. Good job. Again. Good. After that combination, I want you to roll under my right hand.
Yeah. Sorry.
Good. Again, on the right hand, under. Good. Now, he's creating a situation here where he landed 1-2 and he's imagining the opponent coming back with the counter shot of a right hand. He's going under the right hand and coming up with the hook. Again, head. But he's creating a situation, and this is how you work the heavy bag, okay? You don't go out there just recklessly and just start swinging on the bag. You think about it, okay? You throw a combination, you know which way to roll. Your opponent's coming back with the right hand, you go into that. He comes back with the left hook, you go into that. But you want to create situations, okay? And on all three of the bags, there's always situations. There's always an opponent in front of you, okay? Because this is this game of engagement. And the thing is, you know, it's great when you're throwing punches, but you got to worry that he's going to throw them back, okay? So give me that 1-2 hook under again.
Okay, hook, under.
Jab, 1-2, set up with the jab, 1-2 hook, boom. Then he fires the left hook. The correct counter on the, see when he makes my right hand miss, 1-2 hook. Boom, he's wide open there. Now he cracked my body or my chin. Depending on where you are in the fight, early in the fight, I would say you go the body shot. A little bit later in the fight, when the guy's more fatigued, you go right for the chin shot and take him out. Give me one more time. 1-2 hook.
Body shot. Go ahead.
Head shot. Boom. Again. Good job, okay? And that's how to hit the heavy bag correctly, okay? Again, your punches, your balance, okay? Now, again, when we move around the bag, you want to move primarily with right-handed fighters, so we're going to move to our left more than we will our right. But now to keep your opponent honest, we've got to move back to the right also to keep him honest, because you can't just move one way. So basically, we're going to work around the bag with our footwork, stepping to our left. So we cut back to the right, right hand, left hook. So work to your left, Justin. That's it. 1-2. Okay, 1-2, step to your right. Okay, left hook. Good. Set up again.
That.
Bang, there you go. So when you're moving side to side like that, you're not right in front of your opponent, you're moving your head, a little movement in the heavy bag, you good balance at all times, and punching off the right foot at the right time.
I have a question. It's important. Is it important to want to always go under when you're stepping off on your angles?
When you're stepping off in your angles, it's always a good idea to go under the shot, okay? Because you could run into a shot just by accident, and you let me get lucky. And you know what? Luck should never be involved in boxing. All right? There's no way in a professional boxing match that luck should be involved. All right? So everything has a purpose. So as Justin says, when he's landing those shots and he's going under, he steps off to the side. It's a very good move, but you've got to make sure that the feet go slide together. When Justin's going under, 1, 2, boom. He's stepping and he's sliding with that foot, and his balance is good, and he's going to land a left hook. And the thing is, I have no comeback. All right, and that's the important part of that type of move. It's a 1, 2 under. Boom! I've got this, and he's got that. He's going to win the race. It's a very good move. That's a little more advanced on your angles, working side to side on the bag, and using your angles. So when you do step off to the side, though, either when you're stepping off to the right or left, it's always a good idea just to go under. Even if I don't throw, it doesn't slow you down and it doesn't hurt you to move your head. It's always a good position to do. So we go 1, 2 hook on the other side, Justin. 1, 2 left hook. You step out there. Again, I've got no offense. I've got to turn to him. If I turn to him, he's going to hit me. If I walk away, nothing gained. But at least I did. But most people have a tendency to follow their opponents, and when that happens, they usually get knocked out because I get to turn right into his shot. But I have experience a little bit, so I don't think I would fall for that move. I hope not. But I would step out on that shot. But then again, he would win the exchange. And that's what it's all about, is winning the exchanges in boxing. And one thing I'd like to go into a little bit is one of my trainer, Eddie Futch's favorite drills. Eddie used to like, when I hurt a person, to sit down and set my shots. Not to just swing wildly at him and possibly be in danger of getting caught. A lot of guys, they hurt a person, they just go wild, just start trying to kill the guy, just swinging. And when you're swinging like that and you're not really watching your shots, you're putting yourself in line to be caught. And you've seen it many times. The guy hurts another guy and he's going in for the kill, for the finish, and he walks into a shot and gets knocked out himself. And again, that should never happen in boxing. So Eddie used to make me go a whole round. After I'd go like 3 rounds in the heavy bag, and then my 4th round would be a round of power shots. And what I'm talking about is just separating your shots a little bit. You hurt your opponent, he's on the ropes, and you just want to place your shots and be accurate with the shots. You don't want to be wild with the shots. So Justin, of course, knows this drill because I trained him for many fights. And the thing is, you want to go with power shots, a whole 3 minutes of power shots. A great workout, okay? And the thing is, if you can't do it 3 minutes at once, just, again, you can go as long as you can and build yourself up. So on the power shots, they're separated somewhat, okay? Bang, the right hand lands here. Bang, bang, bang. Every shot's a power shot. You got the guy hurt. You're not going to be flailing recklessly. You're going to place your shots and see the openings. And I'm going to give Justin a couple minutes of power shots. Show him how it's done, Justin. See, this is very important when you hurt somebody not to just go crazy. Place your shots and see where they're going. See, Justin, he's always got his footwork under him. His balance is good. His punches are sharp. He's punching through his target, and he's using his body weight. Okay, as you can see, Justin's a great puncher. He's very strong heavyweight, a little bit short, but he makes up for it in his power. And you see the transfer of weight in his feet at all times and the good balance at all times. And that's basically the way to hit a heavy bag. You want to work it, it's worth strength and power. Technique is more like the mitts nowadays, where I use the heavy bag as a strength and power tool and endurance tool. Because 3 minutes on this bag is no joke. It's not easy. So, but the thing is, you want to build yourself up to that point, and then build yourself up to a point where you can do 3 or 4 rounds in the heavy bag, and then maybe 1 round of power shots. Now the speed bag. My personal favorite bag to punch when I was a boxer. I used to like to play with the bag, show off a little bit. it's not a huge part of boxing workout, but it's good for your hand-eye coordination, and it's good for keeping your hands up for long periods of time. So when you get fatigued, you don't drop your hands. The speed bag's primarily the best use for it is to keep your hands up. And again, when I'm hitting the speed bag, I've always got an opponent in front of me, so I treat it like an opponent. So if I do land a combination on the speed bag, I'll always move my head for the comeback on the other side if the opponent. So I'll always create a situation. Now, the speed bag at first it's a little bit tedious. It's a simple motion, but it's good timing. But it'll take time to learn how to hit one. It took me 5 years. Okay, I started when I was 6. 5 years of not being able to hit one. My brother's making fun of me. I decided to try, and then I took some time with it and learned how to hit one. But again, it's a simple motion, but it's just a little bit frustrating, and that's the key. Don't get frustrated with it. And the basic movement on a speed bag, this is the only time I'm going to ask you not to be in your boxing stance in a boxing gym. You're going to stand with your feet parallel to your shoulders, okay? But the transfer of weight is the same as punching, okay? When I'm hitting with my right hand, I'm taking the weight off my right side, and I'm turning my shoulder to the center of the bag, and I'm following right through the bag. I'm going to hit the bottom of the bag and go right through it. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I'm going to transfer the weight. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm going to get my legs involved as I'm hitting the bag. So it's just not an arm workout. You get your legs involved and get your legs moving a little bit faster as you get better in the speed bag. And again, that simple motion is very difficult at first to get the timing of. But it takes practice like anything in life. Okay, the more you do it, the better you get at it. Don't get frustrated at the bag, but when you do get frustrated in the bag, I'll show you a little trick later to get back at it. Okay, so Francesca, you're a little more experienced, but again, just start with the basic way you learned how to when you first started the bag. So that's it. Turn those shoulders. Very good. So that is your basic movement of a speed bag. Okay, it's just the transfer of weight. Again, you're taking the weight off the side, you're drawing the shoulder to the center. So you get a true hit every time. Because if you don't get a true hit, the bag will start spinning on you and you get a little frustrated. And when the bag was moving around like that, when I was a kid, if I stopped the bag like that and pulled it down and stopped it to make it still, my dad didn't like that too much. So when the bag's moving like that, I had to play with it, get in position again, just like an opponent, like I'm in a fight. Just thinking that this bag possibly could hit me back. But that motion, 1, 2, 1, 2, it's very, very subtle. You want to go right through the bag. It's a small circle. Sometimes I see people try to go too big a circle, it's too slow, or they try to hit it too hard, and when you hit it too hard, it comes back too fast. It's just not relevant. Just nice and smooth at first. And once you learn this bag, though, it's a great place. You can go in any boxing gym in the world, and if you can hit a speed bag good, they think you can fight. So it's a good thing to show off with. It's a lot of fun. And again, I'm going to start with the 2s, nice and smooth. And when you get a little more advanced, you can switch to 1, right over your shoulder. Nice and smooth. Again, because after a while, that simple motion of 2 times each time, it'll get a little bit boring. Okay, so we'll go with the one hand, and then from there, we'll learn even more and more ways to use the speed bag. So if you're just going to show me, get it going a little bit for me fast. So as you can see, the important part is she's keeping her hands up at all times. She's not dropping her hands. So when she's in the late rounds of a fight, a 10-round fight, she's not going to get fatigued and her hands aren't going to be down around her stomach. They're still going to be up. And again, having good defense, having your hands up is a great way to have good defense. Just by having them there, you're going to block a lot of shots. All right. So again, we get a little more advanced with the speed bag, okay, and we get that first two ways down to hit the bag, and then again it's like an opponent. So I treat it like an opponent. So I'm playing with it. I slip, I go under it. If it hits my head, it's going to hit the back of my head, not the front of my head, because I'm going to keep my chin down just like I was in a fight. And if a headbutt occurs, it's going to be my head in the back, hit me in the back of the head, not on my eyes and so forth, where I can get cut, which happens quite a bit in boxing. Okay, so that good head movement right there, you get the back going. Start showing off a little bit. You have a little bit of fun with the bag. You play with it. You land combinations on the bag. Just like an opponent, set it out. So again, you work the bag, don't let the bag work you. All right, you just want to be nice and loose in that bag. And again, starting off, it's going to take a little bit of time to get that timing down, to get the timing of that bag. That two's, it's just a little bit tedious, but take your time and you'll achieve it. And then once you learn how to hit this bag, you'll have it forever. Okay, now I'm going to show Francesca how to land a left hook on a speed bag. I'm tired, but no. So I think it's the best place in the gym to learn your left hook, because unlike the heavy bag is hard to learn the left hook on because of the design, the shape of the bag. Okay, you're going to catch it early in the bag. It's not as relevant like somebody's chin. It's more like somebody's chin. All right, so I'm going to stand right there. So I like to practice my left hook on the bag, and I end up, this is where I get I get a good left hook, and this is where I got it from. Okay, so yeah, I just imagine an opponent in front of me. He's right there, his chin's right there. And right from that position, you see how short a left hook is. Okay, that's why I like that shot so much. If I had my choice in boxing to have a good right hand or a good left hook, I would pick the left hook because it's easier to land because it's closer to your opponent's face. Simple. That it's a short motion, the bag's here, you're not winding up, pulling back, you just, it's a nice short shot, bang, you turn over quickly on the chin, and when you land that short shot, good things happen. Right there, I missed the bag, but now here, when you land the left hook, don't throw the left hook facing the wall, okay, because I've seen people hit the wall, I've seen people hit the swivel. Again, accuracy, see your target, and follow your shot. If you see your target and follow your shot, you'll hit the target every time. It's just like hitting a baseball. With your eye on the ball, you'll hit the target. My eye's on your chin. I'm right here. I know that's the spot I want to hit. That's a sweet spot. That's the point where I'll knock somebody out. I'm not going to miss. I'm just not going to. It's just because I have experience at it and my eyes stay focused on it. So, Francesca, I want you to get in position in this bag. Right here, nice boxing stance. And right here. Now when the bag's coming down, I want you to meet it with your hook, okay? Now if you hear this noise here, that's not what I want to hear. There was no follow through in that hook, okay? You want to punch through your opponent. So I'm going to jack it up right into the board. It's going to be a nice quick shot. Right there. It's a nice short shot and it's fun to do. I was a boxer, so I like hitting things, I guess. So let's see the case here. So now the bag's going to be right here. Don't let it bounce, and meet it with your left hook. All right. Keep your eye on the target. That's better. A little more follow through. There you go. Good. You see it? Good job, nice pivot. Now follow right through that bag. Don't right through the bag. Right through the bag. More follow through. There you go, good job. So you see good technique there, nice short left hook. She's pivoting with her left foot and keeping her right hand high, because whenever you throw a left hook at a person, and this, again, I love the speed bag because I love throwing left hooks, is that, face me, when you throw a left hook at a person, you can be, you're going into their hook. So it's very important when you throw a left hook that you keep your right hand high, because if she blocks my shot and I have my hand down around my chest, she's gonna, the common counter for a hook is the hook back. So I'm gonna run right into her shot with my momentum going towards her and her momentum coming towards me. It usually calls for a knockout, okay? So the thing is, when you're working the bag, you're gonna start off by just a simple motion. You're gonna work around the bag. And then when you miss, you'll hit a combination, just like an opponent. I'll set up for the hook, right there, uppercut. So I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with the bag. And when I used to fight, I used to be able to pop one, but I'm getting a little older now, so I can't pop it. But anyway, Francesca, just move
work on that tonight.
Okay. The thing is, you want to work around the bag, and again, you control the bag. It's just simple motion, and have some fun with it. And again, at first it's going to be a little bit tedious, but once you learn how, you can go in any gym in the world and show off like I just did.
Now, when you're hitting this, are you aiming up closer up here?
No, right in the sweet spot of the bag, okay? So again, your eyes are vital, okay? On punching, they say that punches are born and not made. I believe that is true. But I do believe you can improve on your punching, and you can improve on your punching with the accuracy of your punch. And with all your nerve endings being on your chin, when you hit somebody in the chin, it's like a light switch going on and off. You have no choice. Your hits the floor and you have no choice. You know, if you hit a little higher on the cheek, it's not as an effective a shot, and they can absorb that better. You hit somebody on the temple, it's a good shot to land and can really knock their equilibrium off, but it's a hard shot on your hand, and a lot of guys hit the temple like that and they hurt their hands. The sweet spot is going to be the chin. So your eyes on your target. So when you focus on this bag, you've got to make sure you are focused right on that sweet spot right there, just like you're an opponent. All right, that's his chin right there. That's the chin, okay? So now from behind you, right in this position, you're going to land it right here. Boom, right, and go right through the bag.
Pretty much right on the title?
Yeah, right on the title, okay? Now you hold it up there because I'll make it go crooked. Go ahead. Yep, drop it. Now, see, she caught the bag going away. Remember, you've got to catch the bag when it's coming towards you. There you go. Okay, just take your time. Take your time. Good job. A little more follow through. There you go. See, now that was the right sound I wanted to hear. You followed through that time. It was a nice shot. And the thing is, you hear that motion. Again, remember when you hear it bounce, you really didn't drive through your target. When you punch it right into the bag, you feel that right there. So again, I've got a lot more experience than you do at this, and I mean, it's your first day. Yeah. I'm sure you never learned this before, but the thing is, this is a great spot to learn your left hook, to work on your left hook. And again, I think it's the most effective punching in boxing if you perfect it. It's got to be short, crisp, and fast. Okay, and the thing is, you can see by the way we hit this bag that it's all of that. Okay, it's just a simple motion. Again, when you're boxing somebody, our position is here. We're this far away from each other. Bang, I can land the left hook within seconds, and she don't even see it coming. It's the best shot in boxing. Again, as a fighter, my best punch is the right hand. But if I had my choice, I would have rather had a left hook, because when you land a left hook like that on somebody's chin, it's over.
Okay, I'm going to show you now how to use the double end bag. So how to effectively use it. It's a great piece of equipment, slipping your throw combinations and using your head movement, or picking up on your head movement. So what you need to do with this bag is to relax whilst you're punching. That sounds strange, but you do. If you tighten up too much on this bag, it'll get away from you. So very, very important to relax and let your punches flow And then when you move into the ring to 5 or 3 combinations, mitt work, your punches will throw a lot, the combinations will go a hell of a lot easier. To start with, just move around, you sit down these shots and just get your jab down, get the timing in the bag. Don't start doing this because you'll never hit it. So you just jab, move around your bag, jab, jab, jab. Okay, and eventually once you get your timing down, your jab, you can bring your 1-2s into action. Good. Boom. Okay. Again. You don't want your slip bag or your double end bag just to be working like this. I mean, anyone can do this. It doesn't take a genius to work that one out. You need to get a full range of motion on the bag, so when you throw your 1-2, you start slipping, and then after slipping, you throw your combinations again. So be jab, or 1-2 and hook, 1-2 hook, and then move, under, come back with your hooks, make sure the wall's not too close, or you hit Prince Nassim. Okay, 1-2s are slips, slip, come back with your hook. If you miss it, don't worry about it. Okay, it's just to get your timing down. If you're missing a shot, as long as you're throwing your combinations, you know, if you miss one on this bag, eventually you'll get hold of it. Okay, it's not that
Again,
difficult.
it's just like an opponent. Sometimes when you throw the hook, 1-2 hook on this, you'll miss the hook sometimes, just like you will in a fight sometimes. But the key to it is when he misses the hook, he doesn't lose his balance. No. Again, this is a very good way to visualize your opponent and what he's going to do. And, you know, sometimes when you miss a shot, you know, if Justin, he just missed that left hook, but he didn't lose his balance, and that's the key, is to stay on balance at all times during the combinations. I mean, you're going to miss in boxing, maybe not the heavy bag, of course, but this bag and the speed bag is so much smaller and quicker. You got to miss it, and it's part of boxing, okay? So, you know, sometimes the guy will block a shot or you'll miss a shot, he'll go under it. But you're ready for that situation, and then you're ready for what the counter may be. So if he misses the hook, he doesn't get all mad and grab the bag and hold it. He keeps working towards getting his timing back and getting that jab down and getting your distance. All right?
Yeah. So start off on your basics. Just, you know, 1-2, 1-2 hook, 1-2 hook right, 1-2 hook right, boom. And eventually, after you get those basics down, you can start moving into slips, uppercuts, bang, bang. It's important you get this bag working though. You must have full range of motion on the bag, just like an opponent. It'll come back fast enough. Go from there, slipping. That's your moves.
The thing is, in Justin, he's being a little bit stationary right now just to get the combinations down, to show you the combination. But then as you get more advanced, you'll get your footwork involved also. And you'll see Justin working, he won't cross his feet, and again, he's going to have good balance. So again, he's working the bag's not working him. He's in control. That's it. Under. Okay, good. Yeah. 1-2 under and out to the side. As you see, he's using those pivot moves just like we did in the heavy bag and so forth. So again, all 3 bags can be used in similarities, but they all have the different special effects, of course. And this one is, of course, timing. Okay, it's because you know the thing is your opponent is not going to stand there and say, okay, hit me. You know, he's going to move his head. He's going to have some defense, just like this bag. So it's all timing and accuracy. So I mean, he's following his shots. He's being focused.
But to relax too, Freddie.
And the thing is, you want to do it with as least effort as possible. Just you want to be nice and loose. This is a speed work. Okay. Now you have your heavy rounds in boxing with the heavy bag, and the sparring and the mitts. Those are your heavy rounds. But then you've got your cool down rounds also, which is the double end bag, the speed bag, and the jump rope. Okay. It gives your workout longevity, which you need, but you can't have every round, power rounds and so forth. This is more relaxing combinations and just getting your mind right. And again, a lot of this game is mental, so it helps out.
Same thing. Yep, so that's it. Just start on the basics. Work your basics first. Get your jab down, your 1-2s, your 1-2 come, 1-2 hooks, 1-2 hook right. And then you start moving around your bag. Always move. Boom, boom, boom. Just like an opponent. Okay? You stay on balance. Same as what Freddie was pointing out to you on the heavy bag and mitts and everything else like that, you must balance, because if you do miss, well, you know, you're not going to go off. If you load up and start doing this, you're finished.
Yeah. So again, balance is the key. Is key. It's a must. It's a must at every moment of every fight. Again, if you get caught with your feet together or your feet too wide, and you know the guy knocks you on your ass because you're off balance, that costs you a point, and it could lose you the fight. So again, mistakes don't happen in boxing. But again, starting off with your basics. Do it nice and slowly. Don't rush it. Let yourself develop and get that timing down, and you'll have a lot of fun with this workout. So this is our 3-bag workout. It's very effective. You can get a good workout out of it. You can do it in your garage at home or go to your local boxing club. Again, the heavy bag's for the strength and power, and the speed bag is for your timing and speed, of course, and keeping your hands up. And the double end bag, really a good bag for timing. And it's a great workout. When you start out, you should try to go three-minute rounds on each. And if you can't do that right away, you know, cut it down to 2 minutes and build yourself up. But again, you want it when you get a little more advanced, a little more comfortable with it. You can pick up the rounds, and like my fighters, Manny Pacquiao goes 6, 8, 10 rounds a day in the heavy bag, every other day, because the other days we do mitts, of course. In the speed bag, he does 12 minutes straight without a rest, which is a good workout. But you're going to need that rest at first. And again, just take your time with these bags and get to know them. It's a simple motion, but it's a little bit tedious. And I think it's a great workout for anybody, and you have a lot of fun. And if you want to go to your local boxing club, you can go in there and show off a little bit. So, thank you.
Title Boxing's got you covered with more action-packed videos to get you in the best condition of your life. Featuring Danny Campbell, Michael Rutherford, Jeff Fennick, Russ Anberg, Justin Fortune, and Freddie Roach. They'll put you through the paces to show you everything you need to know to improve your speed, strength, agility, and stamina. How to wrap hands, hitting the heavy bag, medicine ball, attaining the edge of speed, interval training, punching at angles, advanced techniques, explosive speed and power, mastering the basics, punch net secrets, getting bigger and stronger, dynamic speed and thrust, counter punching, working the corner, defensive skills and drill, body punching, losing weight, cross training, basic and advanced boxing techniques, punching bag training, and more. Get only the ones you want, or get maximum impact with the entire series. Get the secrets of over 80 years of combined boxing and physical training experience in one action-packed video series. Where do you get it? Exclusively at TitleBoxing.com. TitleBoxing.com. If we don't have it, you don't need it.